Hi Flosstube, it's Elisa with eCrafting in Colorado. Today's February 26th, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 8 for me. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you're interested in cross stitch, thank you for joining me today. And if you're not interested in cross stitch, or if you're related to me or my family, because my mom found out about this, move along. Don't watch this because I know you're going to make fun of me for doing this. Anyway, so thank you for joining me today. I haven't filmed in about a month. February was kind of a tough month for me. I was sick the majority of the month. And just life kind of got in the way. So, yeah, just had a bit of a rough month. I didn't have COVID, so I ended up having bronchitis and a sinus infection. So I was mostly just kind of crawl into bed and I wanted to be left alone. And that's kind of how the whole month went along. I did have one fun afternoon about 2 weeks ago. My daughter showed up without telling me, and then my sister showed up, and she's like, "Mom, you got to come with us. We're going to go get some chickens." And I think I had told y'all before that my daughter's really into these chickens. So hopped in the car, we drove an hour, and we picked up, what is it, 6 little baby chickens. And they're about this size, super cute. They were a day old. Well, 4 of them were a day old. And I didn't realize that chickens could be taken from their mom that soon. But I guess they can. I'm not in the chicken business. But anyway, those little things peeped the whole way home, and it was super cute, and we had a great time. So that's about the majority of my fun for the last month. Not much. So I'm here to share with you my projects for the month of February. My main focus piece here is Birds in Bloom. This is what it's going to look like. And here's where we are now. Oh, this is a Hayed, Heaven and Earth by Amy Stewart. I am now at 71.86% complete, hoping to hit 72% this evening. We have a new little bird upon us. This is the 13th bird. So we now have 13 birds, like I just said. And there's a total of 19. So I don't think I'm going to hit the next bird for a little while, because I'm going to go down in this fence post, under the fence post, or in front of the fence post. I'm going to be down there. Let's put it that way. I'm going to be stitching down there, and anything in front of that fence post is just a ton of confetti, so it might take me a little longer to get through some of that. But yeah. So here's where this is again. I am hoping to have this completed this year. I've calculated it, and to have it done by December, I need 5,400 stitches a month, which is totally doable. That won't be a problem. I can do 5,400 stitches a month. That won't be a problem. So just hope we can get through that. Yeah. So this next project, I haven't showed it for a while. This is one of my oldest projects. This, along with Birds in Bloom, is this dimensions piece called Into the Night. I call it my tiger. Into the Light. I call it my tiger piece. And I stitch on this down in my basement because I use a mag light for this when I stitch it, just to help me see this. So sorry for the wrinkles here. And the last time you saw it, I got down to here. So this is basically all done. And this is the last section on this side of the page that I'm working on. And I was trying to do a thread every day, and that just got to be a hassle because, you know, again, life kind of gets in the way. So what I'm trying to do now is 1 hour a week work on this, and we're coming along here. Yeah, but I have a funny story that goes along with this. Last week I was stitching along, and I was stitching along, no problems, and we have these, we've had a really cold spell the last few weeks, really super cold, and we have these bugs. I think they're from our tree in our front yard, and they're called box elder bugs, at least or stink bugs. They don't stink, not that I know of. But anyway, they like the warmth, so they're constantly trying to come into our house. And those little boogers sneak in every so often. So I'm down here, got my mag light, I'm stitching away, no problem. And these bugs are creepy. I'm stitching, and under my mag light, all of a sudden I hear doop, 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 doop. There's a giant bug on my stitching, and it freaked me out. I took my stitching and I threw it across the room, you know, because did I say I was gonna put a picture? I hope I put a picture. Put those nasty old bugs in. But anyway, so I do clean my house. Those little bugs just like to sneak in here. Eek. Those bugs are gross, and they fly too. That's the worst part, when you see them fly. I just don't like them. I don't like them at all. Make my husband go after them, get them. So, since I wasn't feeling too hot, and we had a pretty decent snowstorm with measurable snow, I thought, I'm just gonna pull out my little snowman piece. So I pulled this out for a couple nights. It's called A Kiss for a Snowman, and I am doing this as a stitch along with Stitching Moon and my friend Wendy, and I believe her Instagram is Stitcher102. And here's where I got on this one. So you can kind of see its face here. I got a little bit of the white, her little glove, and then the ribbing on the hat and the little pom-pom on the hat there. So we got that in. And while I have this out, my one piece of haul for cross stitch this month, I wanted to share this with you. I found this at Michael's, and this was in the clearance section for Christmas, and I don't want this Christmas. I'm gonna paint over this, and I'm gonna take, this is just hot glued on this wreath, so I'm gonna take my heat gun to this so it will pop right off, and I am going to put this, oops, started to lose my needle minder. I'm gonna put this on here and then put a fresh bow on it. So I thought this little sled will be cute with this little snowman on here. Here, see, wouldn't that be cute? So I'm gonna Priscilla and Chelsea it, Stitching with the Housewives, set it up. So hopefully get a new bow on here, and yeah, but this was only $5. So I'm like, oh, for $5, I can paint over that, and that'll look cute. Sorry, got a little, I'm just a mess, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so another one that I worked on here this last month is this Russian kit called by Elisa, and I call it Tulips because that's what this is, and I have no idea what that says. I tried to Google translate it, so I think that's... And unfortunately, this little section, like this little outline of the tulip bud there, I had stitched the wrong color on it. So I had to do some frogging there. Because last time I was stitching it, I'm like, this just doesn't look quite right. So here's where I am now. And it was this section in here that I had to frog. And I basically worked in here. This little area in here. So yeah, it's coming along. Not too bad. And this is 14 count Ada, and it's so big compared to some of my others. I'm like, wow, this is just easy stitching. No problems whatsoever. Just moving right along. So I had to do some frogging on that, but that's okay. You know, get through it. It happens. And you move on. And then the last piece that I worked on is called Kuruja. I got this off of Etsy, and it's by Sandra Kochi, and this is what it will look like when it's done. And here's where I am now. So I basically came in and I filled in all the rest of this red in here, and then I did a lot of the beige down in there under the eye. So that's where we came in. I am at 18.36% done with this little piece. So yeah, like I said, I hadn't touched these older projects since October of last year, so it's nice to get back to these. My rotation is I try to work 1,000 stitches on those projects that have that are on Pattern Keeper, and 2 or 3 nights, depending on how I'm feeling. For those that are not on Pattern Keeper, that have a paper pattern. So those are the 5 projects I worked on this last month. I wanted to ask y'all a question or kind of help me along here. It was just kind of a blah kind of month this month, you know, not feeling good, had some responsibilities I had to take care of, and then we had some vandalism done to some of our equipment that for my husband's business, so we had to get the police involved and insurance, and so it was just a constant life stuff, and it just sucks. Let's just say it as it is. It just sucks. And I want you all to help me come up with a slang word, because in the US, when you are hungry, you get a little cranky, a little angry, and there's a slang called hangry. I'm getting hangry. I gotta have something to eat. You know, I gotta have something to eat. Well, now there's a commercial out there in the U.S. and it's for when you're constipated and you get a little angry. It's called cranky-pated, which I think is hilarious. Oh, I'm a little cranky-pated. But when we can't stitch or craft, I would love to get your input on a word or a hyphenated slang saying for angry stitcher or angry crafter. We want to stitch, because I was with my husband. He lost his keys, so I had to run down, take him his keys, and he's like, oh, I want to show you this. And I'm like, I just want to go home and stitch. Just And he's like, go home. Don't look at this. Just go home. It's fine. It's fine. So once I got home, I settled down. I was stitching, and that's of course when the bug comes along. But I was just done. I was just done with life getting in the way of my crafting. And I know crafting it's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's not what our priorities should be. So I was gonna ask y'all if you could help me come up with a word for when we get stitch angry or stitch crafty, cranky, or something along those lines. And then the funniest ones I will share on my next video, and then we can all do a vote, and then we can use it as our own little terminology as crafters and stitchers, whatever. So just something fun, because we gotta have some fun going on. There's too much garbage going on. Let's do some fun. So lastly, I want to do a shout out, and this is for the Needleberry Stitcher. If y'all haven't seen her, you have to. You literally need to stop this video and go watch her. She is a true craftaholic or stitchaholic or whatever you want to call it. She has over 70 whips, and I always said I don't want to be a crazy stitcher with over 50. Well, I might get there watching her. And she shouted me out, and I just want to tell you, Catherine, how much I appreciated that. This last month has just been blah. And my subscribers have been kind of stagnant, like beep, and then they go down and beep. And I was feeling just blah and kind of sorry for myself, because I was like, do y'all like what I'm doing? I hope you like what I'm doing. But anyway, she mentioned me on one of her videos, and I got almost 100 subscribers from her just for doing that. And then we've been messaging each other, and she's so kind. And just, it's just nice to have others who know what you're dealing with and going through, and can make you laugh during crap. Because, that's the only thing we can do is laugh while we're going through hard times. But anyway, she has got dimensions kits. She's got mirabilia kits. I think she's got like the full set of mirabilias, retired ones at that. And then she's got a full thing of Hades and full coverage pieces. And then she puts these little blurps in, little things that are kind of fun. So she's just great to watch. So please watch her. She's fun. It's just, I know there are certain ones who I've touched base with over time, and we've messaged each other. If I knew you in person, I know we would be friends. I know it, because it's just, yeah, there's something about stitchers that just kind of have that same camaraderie. So, don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on that, and I don't mean to be a boo-hooer. I'm not trying to be that. I'm just trying to say thank you, Catherine. You're super sweet. Last note, with everything going on in the world right now, I know there's a lot of concern with those in Ukraine and Russia, and I won't go into it, but all I want is to share that I hope that they're safe. I hope they're safe, and we can come to a quick resolution, and that we can all find peace and happiness in the long run. So anyway, y'all don't need to hear any of that, but it's just, let's let's hope that things work out for the best. So, all right, guys. So from Colorado, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you're safe. Hope you're doing well. And we'll chat soon. Thanks, Flosstube. Bye-bye.